I think if it's John Souttar and Scott McKenna would probably be my first choice central defensive partnership. You're talking about a guy who's now playing every week with Rangers. He's in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, along with a guy who's playing in La Liga every week against Real Madrid and Barcelona. And even that, I think even defensively we look as if we're moving on. We've got Kieran Tierney back fit, which is a massive boost as well.
But that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? What do we do with Kieran Tierney?
Right, I was just asking that. What do you think that'll pan out?
No, Steve Clarke should only really play back. We'd switched to a back four, and I think we'd all progressed, and it's looked better. So Tierney's back now. So what does he do? Does he just literally pick his best left back, or who he thinks his best left back is, and it's going to be Andy Robertson because he's captain, which means Kieran Tierney's on the bench? Or does he try and fit him in?
I think he fits him in. I think he goes back to a 5. And
just share that thought, Scott.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be a big call to go back to a 5. I think after, as I say, after the progress that it looks as if we'd made with we come back to the 4. I think fans, and even players, I think sounded happier going back to the 4. So to switch it again to the 5 just to accommodate Tierney, I'm not sure.
You get your best players in the team. That's what you do. And when we were talking about this like it's a set 5, it's not. When Kieran Tierney plays in that position, he's got license to go, and there's been games where he's turned up almost on the crossing balls into the box from the right. That's how much license he's got, freedom to go, and I think he becomes a really big weapon for us in that team. And I find that when you're coming up against that, how are you supposed to plan for that? That you've got a guy playing left side centre half, but he's got license to go wherever he wants in the pitch. I think they're probably better with him.
Does he? I mean, I know it sounds defensive, and it's probably, I'm not saying I would do it, I probably wouldn't, but Arsenal played him
left wing.
Left an attack 3 recently. Now, we know he's got that brilliant crossing ability. He's not going to go and beat Ben with a bit of skill in that, but when he gets the ball at his feet, he puts in a brilliant ball. So I don't think the position would be too easy. Steve Clarke might think coming here against a good Greece team, probably a difficult kind of atmosphere. Maybe defensive with Robertson back, Tierney wide left. That's an option for him as well, and that would allow him to stick to the back 4.
Well, Ryan Christie suspended, isn't he?
Is that right?
Ryan Christie's, I think, is suspended, and we don't know.
Yeah.
So you could look at Kieran Tierney and just think, I wonder if there is a role for him. Not saying he's going to do what Ben Doak does or Ryan Christie, but there could be a more advanced role, but it allows you to belt and braces in terms of defence. If the Greece are putting us under pressure, you've got Kieran Tierney and Andy Robertson. And
it also allows you to switch. Tierney gives you that great option. To go back to the 5.
See, just going back to, you mentioned there that Michael Gannon on last night's show said that he'd actually rather Scotland were relegated. Fraser Wilson, to be fair, said that he still thinks it's the pinnacle, and he kind of shared your guys' opinions that he wants to be in the top flight. Kenny has written in saying, I completely agree with Michael Gannon. I'd much rather Scotland lost this playoff with Greece and were relegated to the second tier. Much better chance of actually winning games. Do either of you guys see any merits in that argument at all?
No, because we've improved by being in the top league.
What you're supposed to play against Roger Respect Finland, and
what does that do for anybody?
Exactly. I don't get that argument.
I don't get it either, to be honest. I think it's a bit weird.
I'd rather we tested ourselves consistently against the best.
And if you want to progress and you want to get to tournaments, and not just get to tournaments, but do something when you get to the tournament. We've got to 2 Euros. We've actually not done very much when we've been there. But the more that you play against this top level opposition, the more that this team grows and progresses, the more able we might be to go to the World Cup and actually hang about for a while, as opposed to just get the first flight home.